Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee, and overtake thee, till thou be destroyed, because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to keep his commandments and his statutes, which he commanded thee. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee, and shall pursue thee, and shall pursue thee. And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever. And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever. Because thou servedst not the Lord thy God with joyfulness, and with gladness of heart, for the abundance of all things. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger, and in thirst, and in nakedness, and in want of all things. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck, until he have destroyed thee. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck, until he have destroyed thee. The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth, a nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand, a nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of the old, nor shew favor to the young. The Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee. Thou shalt see it no more again. There ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you. And thy heaven that is over thy head shall be brass, and the earth that is under thee shall be iron. Thou shalt betroth a wife, and another man shall lie with her.
Their toil helped make the United States the richest nation on earth.
Thou shalt build an house, and thou shalt not dwell therein. Thou shalt plant a vineyard, and shalt not gather the grapes thereof. And among these nations shalt thou find no ease, neither shall the sole of thy foot have rest, but the Lord shall give thee there a trembling heart, and failing of eyes, and sorrow of mind. Thou shalt beget sons and daughters, but thou shalt not enjoy them, for they shall go into captivity. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people, and thine eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long, and there shall be no might in thine hand. And thine eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long, and there shall be no might in thine hand. The fruit of thy land and all thy labors shall a nation which thou knowest not eat up, and thou shalt be only oppressed and crushed away, so that thou shalt be mad for the sight of thine eyes which thou shalt see, so that thou shalt be mad for the sight of thine eyes which thou shalt see. And thy carcass shall be meat unto all fowls of the air, and unto the beasts of the earth, and no man shall fray them away. Thus saith the Lord my God, feed the flock of the slaughter, whose possessors slay them, and hold themselves not guilty, and they that sell them say, Blessed be the Lord, for I am rich, and their own shepherds pity them not. Whose possessors slay them, and hold themselves not guilty, whose possessors slay them, and hold themselves not guilty, and they that sell them say, Blessed be the Lord, for I am rich. Thy life shall hang in doubt before thee, and thou shalt fear day and night, and shalt have none assurance of thy life. And shalt have none assurance of thy life. In the morning thou shalt say, Would God it were even! And at even thou shalt say, Would God it were morning! For the fear of thine heart wherewith thou shalt fear, and for the sight of thine eyes which thou shalt see. The Lord shall cause thee to be smitten before thine enemies. Thou shalt go out one way against them, and flee 7 ways before them, and shalt be removed into all the kingdoms of the earth. The Lord shall smite thee with madness and blindness and astonishment of heart. And thou shalt grope at noonday, as the blind gropeth in darkness, and thou shalt not prosper in thy ways. And thou shalt not prosper in thy ways. And thou shalt be only oppressed and spoiled evermore, and no man shall save thee. And thou shalt be only oppressed and spoiled evermore, and no man shall save thee. and no man shall save thee. The stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high, and thou shalt come down very low. He shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him. He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail. As for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them. Thy sons have fainted. They lie at the head of all the streets as a wild bull in a net. They are full of the fury of the Lord, the rebuke of thy God. But this is a people robbed and spoiled. They are all of them snared in holes, and they are hid in prison houses. They are for a prey, and none delivereth, for a spoil, and none saith, Restore.
The seed of the ancient children of Israel are identified by the curses of Deuteronomy 28. As such, the people that still suffer because of these curses are the children of Israel. This being the case, there is no other race of people in the world that has suffered as much and has endured as much as the Negro race of people. So, we must be the children of Israel. The Negro is impoverished, set about with trials and tribulations, not because we were an inferior race of people. No, on the contrary, we are a people that were meant to be a blessing to the world. We are the chosen people of God, and that will never change. We have built cities, civilizations, societies, and communities. We are kings, queens, diplomats, dukes, earls, scientists, doctors, lawyers, musicians, athletes, and artists. We are the most intelligent people that ever walked the face of this earth. All these things make up who we are because the blessing of God resided on us. We are indeed his people, but the sad fact of the matter is we are still under the curses of Deuteronomy 28 because our forefathers refused to keep God's law. This is the Negro's irony. Blessed but cursed. As simple as this sound, it is the sole reason the Negro has suffered throughout the centuries. This presentation deals with the curses of Deuteronomy chapter 28, a chapter that must be understood if we as a Negro race of people are to ever understand who we are and why we have and still suffer the atrocities we suffer. What God promised in this respect He did. Our ancestors were given the choice, blessing or curse. And when they refused to obey their God, he placed on his people all the curses therein in this chapter, from verse 15 to verse 68. Now, the word curse in the text simply means to declare harm or injury to come upon a person. Therefore, the mighty Creator, the only living and true God, the all knowing, the all seeing, the great and powerful God, who is God of all creation, declared harm and injury to come upon his people, not because he did not love them. No, he cursed his people because they would not love him and keep his laws and statutes. He is God. He must be true to himself and true to his word. Israel was declared to be a stiff-necked people, a people determined to disobey God's laws and statutes. And because they chose disobedience, they were indeed cursed. Deuteronomy, the 9th chapter, verse 13. Furthermore, the Lord spake unto me, saying, I have seen this people, and behold, it is a stiff-necked people. Exodus, the 33rd chapter, verse 5. For the Lord had said unto Moses, say unto the children of Israel, ye are a stiff-necked people. I will come up unto the midst of thee in a moment, and consume thee. Therefore, now put off thy ornaments from thee, that I may know what to do unto thee. Jeremiah, the 17th chapter, verse 23. But they obeyed not, neither inclined their heart or their ear, but made their neck stiff, that they might not hear nor receive instruction. As we shall demonstrate, the only race of people that fit these prophecies is the Negro, or so-called African American race of people. This fact is universally known, but these curses point to one undeniable fact. We are the children of the prophets. Therefore, we are the seed and the original children of Israel of the Bible.